Hey there, YTPC, New Jersey Piper Ben here. Forgive the lighting and setup. I really wasn't planning on doing a video tonight, but I'm just sitting out here in my garage having a nice smoke and figured I'd do a couple of, quick updates and talk a little bit about what's going on. I got my Savinelli Trevi 111 king size smooth one with some Cornell and Deal Epiphany. It's a nice light little English blend. It's Virginia Burley, Latakia Perique. Everything's in pretty decent proportion. Nothing really hits you over the head. It's just coming out, too pronounced. But yeah, nice little flavorful balanced blend here. I got 4 ounces of bulk. One of my recent orders. Had it jarred up for a while and just figured I'd give it a shot. It's pretty good. It's been a pretty busy week. This today was pretty crazy too. It seemed like everybody was trying to get their meetings in before the holiday weekend kicked off, and everybody's trying to check a bunch of boxes. But I'm honestly finding working from home, I'm in a lot more meetings than I used to be. It seems like. Um, I don't know if that was just a natural consequence of what's going on or not, but it seems like my days are actually fuller than they were when I was at work. And it could just be because you can't have those quick check-ins and pop-ins at people's desks and things, so you kind of have to schedule things on people's calendars when they're free. So makes sense, I guess. But I did get Stevie's gall winnings in the mail. I don't know if he's ever actually going to receive his model train parts or not, but we'll see what happens there. I didn't really feel comfortable doing that. I'm kind of paranoid that they're going to open the box in Canada and like cause some shit or try to make some trouble for me. I don't know. I don't know what I literally don't know what happens if they open the box and find out that there's some tobacco and a pipe in there. I don't know what they'll do, if they'll just say, hey, do we destroy this? Do you want to pay the taxes? I don't know. Let's see what happens, I guess. But hopefully they leave it alone and just deliver it over to Stevie. But it'll take a while to get there, coming from Jersey, so it's pretty much crossing the continent to get to him. And I did another redraw because the second winner that I drew, he didn't get back to me. And quite a few days went by. I kind of gave him an ultimatum, like, here, please get back to me by the end of the day on Monday, so that I can, move this thing along, collect your winnings. And I just didn't hear anything, so I just assumed he kind of dropped out of the community and wasn't checking his notifications, or I didn't know what was going on. So I drew another winner, a gentleman from Norway, and I went ahead and processed an order for him on Four Noggins because Four Noggins delivers to Norway. So I did that for him. And then during all this, the original second winner, the guy I drew after Stevie, Southern Outdoorsman, starts messaging me. He's like, hey, I just saw these messages. I'm so sorry it took me forever to get back to you. And so I was like, I felt bad at that point. So I went ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and honor his winnings as well. So I got his pipe and some tobacco samples bagged up for him because he said he was mainly an aromatic smoker, but he wanted to try some Squadron Leader and some Cornell and Deal Oak Alley. So I bagged him up some of that stuff too, and I also sent him some aromatics I've had jarred up for quite a while because when I first started out, I was kind of looking at aromatics more often myself and getting drawn to the flavorful descriptions, but which is, as is a pretty common story for a lot of pipe smokers, as you smoke pipes more and more and try more and more tobaccos, a lot of people tend to sort of grow away from being aromatic smokers, or at least they're not primarily aromatic smokers, which is kind of like how I am. I talk too much, my pipe went out. But yeah, so like I still smoke aromatics from time to time. Sometimes it just hits me that like I don't want to do an aromatic, but it doesn't happen as often as it pops into my head that like, hey, I want some Virginia, or hey, I want a nice English blend. So honestly, I found as I was prepping those samples today, what I did was I actually gave him some Cornell and Deal espresso and some Sutliff 1M, which is like Sutliff's sort of vanilla heavy aromatic, similar to like a 1Q. And so it was like I had like a tin of that and some of the 1M in a jar, vice versa. So I just mixed them. I just mixed the 1M and the espresso. So like, hey, who doesn't like a nice vanilla cappuccino? So maybe that's what'll happen with that. And then similarly, I sent him some rum and maple and some autumn evening. And I'm like, rum and maple, autumn evening's already kind of got a maple thing going on. I just threw the rest of the rum and maple in the autumn evening that I had left into a jar and just shook that up. So I figure I'm less worried about aromatics in that way, and as long as the predominant flavor profiles sound like they would taste good together, who cares? At the end of the day, if I end up not liking it, I don't care. I'll send it to somebody that might like it or whatever. No skin off my teeth. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. Just hope you guys are taking care and being safe out there. And as usual, be excellent to one another. Take care, guys.